special effects water tank. It's water tanks like these that continue to play a large role in action films today. It's here, the explosive and out-of-control mayhem that you see in films such as Crimson Tide, The Rock, and Pearl Harbor can all be created by using large-scale physical and mechanical effects. It's here that, the action is then filmed as a carefully planned sequence of events. Now today, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be shooting our own action sequence called Harbor Attacks, using some of the same special effects as the director Michael Bay used in some of his films. In fact, everyone go ahead and take a look at your overhead monitor. Here's Michael Bay to set the scene for us.
In this scene, the Provo is on a surveillance mission. Searching the skies for enemy aircraft, the crew is caught off guard when the real danger surfaces from beneath the sea. This is going to require a full range of physical effects, split-second time, and careful direction. We have the lights, we have the cameras. All we need now is the action.
If anyone knows about serious action, it certainly is Michael Bay. Now today we'll be using our own sequence of special effects, which consists of water cannons. They're pressurized up to 100 pounds per square inch. Then you have those bullet heads. They have to be timed and programmed to match the continuity of the visuals and eventually the sound effects. Now the last and most important physical effect that you might catch in one of our scenes today happens to be fire, which has to be ignited at a precise moment. Now, the timing of all these effects, our number one consideration would have to be the safety of our actors while they're on the set. And that's where you come in. What's your name? Tisha? Tisha. Everyone, this is Tisha. Say hi, Tisha. Hi. Tisha, you've been cast as the mechanic of our wonderful PT boat right here, which takes place down in the engine room down there, which is actually right behind you. So go ahead and follow Mark. He'll get you set up for the scene. Now, everyone will be shooting 2 scenes today, but not the way they appear in the script. Most action films today are being shot like this out of sequence. This gives the actors kind of a challenge because they have to react to situations that haven't even been filmed yet. That's why it's my job as the director to help the actors like Tisha find the motivation for the setup. All right, here we go. Can you hear me, Tisha? All right, now right before you pick up that phone, 800 gallons of water are going to dump out those tanks. Fly down the chute and ran right into you like a freight train. Do you feel motivated to hang on? Oh yeah. But in all reality, folks, instead of 800 gallons, it's going to be 1,000 gallons. You know, there's a fine line between motivation and fear. All right, Tisha, here we go. Roll playback. And action. Tisha, you just lost the engine. Pick up your phone and call your taxi. And cut. And that's what we call it. Let's go back. Let's go ahead and give Tisha a nice round of applause. All right, Tisha. Since you did so well in that scene, I've got one more scene for you to do, okay? Are you ready? I need you to sit there and act dry. Can you do that? Okay, now I'm going to take that shot, insert it to our next scene, and I'm going to show you guys how they all tie in together to make the final sequence. But first, our next setup takes place on the deck of our PT boat right over here, where we'll meet the rest of our brave crew members. Mark?
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Captain John and his brave crew, Matt and Mike. Captain John's second crew is standing by, and everyone please say happy birthday to our mechanic, Tisha.
Happy birthday, Tisha. Thank you, Mark. Places, everyone. Here we go. Roll playback. You guys are on a surveillance mission and action. Captain, you hear planes approaching? I need you to go ahead and find that plane. Enemy fighter, Captain. Uh-oh, hold on. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. There go those planes. All right, Captain. Enemy fighters at 10 o'clock. You guys are shot, you're stunned, you're in trouble, Captain. It's coming back for another run. Get that PT boat out of there. Turn that wheel. It's too late, Captain. Keep them off while you're mechanic. Crew with your overhead monitors, here's how they all tie in together to make the final sequence. If you guys are friends and family of any of our volunteers, please stay where you're at. Otherwise, the rest of you turn to your left. Proceed down the ramp to the proper house, where there will be shuttles waiting for you to take you on the rest of our tour. Thanks for stopping by at the Disney MGM Studios Special Effects Water Tank. You guys take it easy. I'll see you later. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Now, the Disney MGM Studios is more than a theme park. We're a high-tech working production center. We feature Soundstages, outdoor locations, state-of-the-art editing facilities, and recording studios. Everything necessary to create television shows, feature-length films, even live radio shows. As a matter of fact, Radio Disney broadcast live every day from noon to 2 from here at the studios. Well, we're going to begin our tour indoors. As we enter the tunnel, if you take a look to your right, you'll see our Scenic shop. This is where carpenters build and maintain the sets used on the sound stages and in the back lot. We also use the shop to build the many props and sets used in the shows and attractions throughout the Walt Disney World Resort. When an art director needs to create a specific look for a production, they often head for the props department. Scenic designers buy and in some cases build everything they need to bring the exotic worlds and their stories to life. Now, over to your left is one of our prop storage rooms. We use rooms like this to store medium to small props until they're needed for a later production or one of the shows or attractions in any of the 4 theme parks. Well, right now we're headed to what I think is the most glamorous area of the studios, our award-winning creative costuming department. We have the world's largest working wardrobe, over 250 skilled professionals who create over 25,000 costumes from over 1.5 million yards of fabric every year. In the display cases on your right, you'll see costumes from the Lizzie McGuire movie, Tuck Everlasting, signs, costumes from Kristen's personal favorite, the Wonderful World of Disney's Eloise at the Plaza in Sweet Home, Alabama. The costuming process begins with a designer's sketch. You can see examples of designers' artwork on the walls on either side of the shuttle. Our seamstresses and tailors who go to work to turn those drawings into the costumes worn by the performers. Now, as we exit the glamorous world of costuming, we're going to pass the first of many movie props we'll see on our tour route today. These movie props are parked in areas called boneyards. Now, it's not quite as sinister as it sounds, but a boneyard is just a large outdoor area where studios will store large, oversized props until they're needed for another production. Now, these particular planes are props from the Touchstone Pictures blockbuster Pearl Harbor. They're actually 2 of 16 props built for the film out of, they're actually P-40 Warhawks. They're molded from actual P-40s. They have steel frames covered with fiberglass. Wooden propellers are turned by hydraulic motors inside. 3 motorcycles to your right are from our very own Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular. 3 large totem heads are from the Antonio Banderas action adventure film The 13th Warrior, and the miniature cattle car and Humvee are from Mighty Joe Young. Over to your left is a miniature tank from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. You notice the tread on that tank is actually made of rubber instead of steel. Well, that saved a lot of wear and tear on Harrison Ford, who loves to do his own stunts, as he had to be tossed on that tread, take after take. As we complete this turn, the large 4-story building to your left is home to Walt Disney Feature Animation Florida. Now, this studio was established in 1989, and it was established as a unique facility to show firsthand how classic Disney animation was done. Well, the original staff of 73 artists worked on animated shorts and featurettes They were quickly called on, though, to do full-length animated features. Well, today the Florida staff numbers nearly 300, and they produce a full-length animated feature every 3 to 4 years. Mulan was the first animated feature completed entirely in the building. It was released in 1998. Their second feature was last summer's hit Lilo and Stitch. Their third project will be released on November 1st of this year. It's titled Brother Bear. The building to your left is the Arroyo Disney Production Center, home to Ideas here at the studios. Ideas provides production, creative, and post-production services for a variety of television, film, and multimedia projects. Ideas offers their clients everything from high-definition editing to 5.1 surround sound mixing to DVD authoring. Ideas is an acronym that stands for Innovation, Design, Entertainment, Art, and Storytelling. The buildings on your left are 3 sound stages. Their design and colors are reminiscent of the 4 sound stages on the main lot in our Burbank studios. Currently, sound stages 2 and 3 are home to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Play It. That's a live stage show based on the hit TV game show. Set's almost identical to its television counterpart, and when Regis Philbin was hosting Millionaire, he shot several episodes right here. Now, our sound stages and Backlot have seen lots of production activity over the years. One of the first productions that you hear at the studios was the new Mickey Mouse Club. That was from 1989 to 94. It also served as a launching pad for the careers of Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Justin and JC from NSYNC, Felicity's Carrie Russell. Two-time Oscar winner Tom Hanks produced, directed, and starred in 13 episodes of the HBO Emmy Award-winning series From the Earth to the Moon in Soundstage number 1. Now, these 3 blue Plymouths over to your left are from the Oscar award-winning film Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Are actually 3 of 7 cars used in the film to depict the same car in various stages of destruction as Roger Rabbit tried to drive the car through Toontown. Now, these 3 particular cars prove a very valuable point, and that is you should never allow an animated rabbit to drive one of your cars. It's not a very good idea. Well, we're going to leave the sound stages of the studios. As we're passing by the end of this building, gives us time to kind of pause a little bit, catch our breath as we continue the tour. We've seen a couple of boneyards so far. Actually, on property, we have about, I think it's 631 boneyards. We have 2 more to show you, though. Now, when we pass the building, take a look high in the sky to your right. You'll get an eyeful of our award-winning Earful Tower. Now, this masterpiece was designed after a water tank Walt Disney built at the Burbank Studios in 1939. This tower stands a lucky 13 stories tall. It's capped with a giant set of Mickey Mouse ears. The left ear weighs 5,000 pounds. The right ear weighs about 2.5 tons. The tank holds no water. It's just for Tinkerbell stores or pixie dust. Now, we're now passing boneyard number 27B. Those first 2 planes are props from Disney's The Rocketeer. I wouldn't recommend flying the planes, though. The engines are made of styrofoam. You're not going to go very far. The blue cockpit's from Blue Thunder, and that long black speedboat was custom built for Disney Presents the 100 Lives of Blackjack Savage. Now, that blue cockpit that's from Blue Thunder was actually a set piece suspended from a crane and used in close-up shots of Roy Scheider and Daniel Stern as they appeared to be flying Blue Thunder. Now, this white airplane at the end of the street has very special meaning to the Walt Disney Company. It was known in airports across the country as the N234 Mickey Mouse. We know it as the Mouse, and it was Walt Disney's personal airplane. Walt used the plane to fly secret scouting missions over Florida when he was searching for just the perfect location for what he called the Florida Project. In November 1963, Walt settled on the Orlando area, and then in a downtown Orlando news conference on November 16, 1965, Walt officially announced the Florida Project to the world. Florida Project is what we know and love as the Walt Disney World Resort. Walt also used the plane to fly his Imagineers between California and New York in preparation for the 1964 World's Fair, when he introduced audio animatronics to the world. We're passing the last boneyard of the tour. This is boneyard number 28B. Several movie props. The first 2 are from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That large mechanical monster is the nightmare of every animated character on Earth. It's Judge Doom's Dipmobile. And then the Snowspeeder and Sandskip are from Return of the Jedi and The Empire Strikes Back. The silver spacecraft on the end is Max from the 1986 Disney film Flight of the Navigator. Now, it's not unusual for a production to be taking place here at studios. Today's no exception. Earlier this afternoon, a production company was testing rain effects over in a large standing set here to your left. Now, we're going to try and actually go through this set. They've actually gone home for the evening. so we shouldn't have too much trouble. Kristen's going to try to get radio communication with our production coordinator, Olaf, see if we can take a ride through the set. When we get to the end of the fence, if we have a green light, that's our permission sign to go in. And we have a red light, which means stop. So we're going to pause here for just a moment while we are waiting for what we hope to be a green light. See if Kristen has any more power left in her. While we are paused, it does give me an opportunity to let you know that if you have planned to visit Fantasmic this evening at 8:30, I would recommend that you get there around 7:30. It is a very popular show. It's probably the most popular show in the 4 parks. Hey, we have a green light. We're going to wait for just a moment to make sure everything's okay inside before we head in. But as I was saying, we are clear. If you are planning to go to Fantasmic, get there about 7:30. It does fill up quickly. It's about a 30-minute show, and the theater is located between Tower of Terror and Beauty and the Beast, the Hollywood Hills Amphitheater. Now, we're going to go inside this set and see what's going on. We're going to be on a very bumpy wooden bridge once inside, and Kristen is a highly trained driver. She's going to hit every bump for you, so you may want to hold on to any handbags, cameras, small children, anything like that. It took a production company about 6 months to build this set. Now, 6 months for one set is a long time, but when you consider how long we'd have to wait for Mother Nature to do this kind of work, 6 months really isn't that bad at all. The set has been the setting for several TV specials and commercials. The Travel Channel was recently here filming segments for Travel Channel Secrets. The Weather Channel was here a couple of weeks ago. The set has been featured in the Hulk Hogan series Thunder in Paradise and the classic soap opera Santa Barbara. Now, located high above us and out of camera range is a production platform where crews mount cameras and shoot down into the canyon. I guess we're going to stop for a moment. That's really a good thing, because that way you can take some more pictures here. So, thank you, Kristen. That large tanker truck out in the center was recently in one of our boneyards, and we can't drive it there, so we had to bring in a crane and lift this truck over the wall and into place. Now, the production crew early this morning and this afternoon was testing rain effects, and we control some aspects of the weather on the back lot because Florida weather is very unpredictable. So if we have rain in our scene and our production director yells action, we get to, okay, I guess production's still here. Thanks, guys. This rain's produced when water sprayed into the canyon in a crisscross pattern. Produces a very real effect, as you can see. Hey, guys, Bob, you should still work. Your what? Scene 1, Kristen. Do that red light. Hey, production crew, we have a source. Hey, guys, can you cut this? Production crew. That's not very good. Hey, guys, see what they need to do as soon as possible, man. The yellow pipes running through the Sept carry the propane for the fires and explosions. The gray pipes carry the water for the flash flood. Now, that flood was created when 3 large tanks up in the top of the canyon were opened, sending over 70,000 gallons of water into the canyon toward our helpless shuttle. Now, to help the action, some of the water was blown into the canyon and at you by a high-pressure air cannon as powerful enough to launch basketballs over the Empire State Building. The earthquake you felt was created by large hydraulic shaker tables located under the bridge. You're keeping score at home and registered a 5.1 on the Richter scale. If we turn those tables to full strength, we can throw small cars over the railing and into the ravine. We only do that on Tuesdays at work. The catastrophe canyon was created with the help of a Hollywood special effects team, and what seemed like an out-of-control disaster was actually a safe computerized sequence of events to be reset and recycled in about 3.5 minutes. And on a busy day, that's just enough time for the next shuttle full of visitors. I meant visitors to come rolling through. Now, well, from the canyons of California to the streets of New York on our back lot, Kristen can have us cross country in record time. Now, you probably noticed the blue wall and this lovely green fence to your left, and, well, if you've wondered what's going on behind the fence, raise your hand. Wow. Well, we're currently taking down several of our outdoor sets to make room for a large standing set that will be home to a major new attraction coming to the studios in 2005. So keep your ears open in the next 5 or 6 weeks for more information about this exciting new production. Now, if you have a camera, you may want to get it ready. We have a unique photo opportunity coming up here in just a moment. Kristen has to slow down to make a technically challenging left-hand turn. And you'll have a once-in-a-lifetime photo opportunity at that point. So get those cameras ready. It's getting closer. Here's your chance to take a picture of Kristen making a left-hand turn. She is available for autographs, by the way. She's doing a fabulous job. Everybody give her a round of applause. Great job, Kristen. If you take a look through the trees on your right, you'll see some of the steel structures that keep the backlot standing. We're approaching the New York set of our backlot. It is our largest standing set. All the buildings on this street are built with Florida weather in mind. They can withstand hurricane force winds up to 100 miles an hour. That's impressive when you consider there's not a single brick in any building on this street. They're constructed from plywood, styrofoam, and fiberglass. You can see some of the steel skeletons over to your right. We're doing some refurbishment work over there. And then if you look through the Washington Square Arch, you'll see the skyline of New York here in Central Florida. It's a production trick called forced perspective. The real Empire State Building is well over 100 stories tall. Ours a little over 4. Kristen says it's a little over 5, so that would be another story. Now we're coming to the end of the tour. We're going to drop you off at the American Film Institute Showcase. AFI Showcase has an exciting must-see exhibit called Villains, movie characters you love to hate. The entrance is toward the front of the shuttle through the sliding glass doors. It is your only entrance back into the park. That's why it's a must-see exhibit. Now, on behalf of your driver, Kristen, my name is David. That's Brian on the dock. He can answer any Disney question you could possibly have. We thank you so much for joining us on the Backlot Tour. You've been a terrific audience, and enjoy the rest of your evening here at the Disney MGM studio. Good night, everybody.